Hello and welcome to LA Currents. I'm Anita Bennett. Today we're talking about COVID-19 and communities of color. City Councilman Herb Wesson has recently released an informative new video that talks about who can be hurt if we reopen LA too quickly.
These protests have called for easing restrictions that were meant to slow the spread of the virus. But people are forgetting about those of us who the virus is especially affecting. Doesn't our health matter? Doesn't our safety matter? Don't our lives matter?
Joining us now is Councilman Wesson. Thank you so much for being here.
It's a pleasure to be here with you.
Excellent. Well, tell us about this video and why you made it.
I think that in this business, the most important thing that we can do as public servants are to push and create conversations. It is important that we reopen, but we need to do it in a very smart and informed way, a way that does not adversely affect people. So I want to ensure that we are talking about this, the effects of reopening.
The video really hits home the statistics that say Black and brown people have been particularly hard hit. Let's talk about some of the reasons behind this.
Okay.
I know that underlying health issues are a big cause. Can you discuss a little bit about that and what we see in the video?
Yeah. Well, as I said a few seconds ago, create a conversation. You can see that now people are, there was a big article in the newspaper, I think yesterday or the day before, that referenced the Latino community. People have to recognize when we reopen, the first people that are going to go back to work are going to be low-wage earners, individuals of color, because these are the people that their job, they can't use computers to work in a grocery store or to be a restaurant worker. So they're going to have to be there themselves, and they are going to be the ones that are exposed to hundreds of people. Our grocery clerks see hundreds of people every day, whereas we might see 5 or 6 sequestered in our homes. And so one of the reasons why it's important to look at all of this is the science is what drives us. And the science indicate that individuals that have pre-existing conditions are more at risk. And when you look at certain communities of color, you see that there are hypertension, obesity, diabetes, and a lot of things similar to that.
Let's talk about some of these protests against keeping the city and the state closed.
Yeah.
What would you say to those protesters?
I get it. You know, most of them are good people, and they're going stir crazy too. And they want their freedoms, and God bless you. This is something that we in this country have never, ever experienced before. It is a war. It is not a war with bombs and bullets, but it's a war against an invisible virus. But I understand. And I think that it's nothing wrong with us beginning to reopen, but everything needs to be based on science, needs to be based on medicine. And I don't believe that any of the protesters want to be in a position because of their actions where they make somebody else sick. So we all want to reopen. Why don't we come together and come up with a common sense plan to do it that minimizes individuals at risk? That's all I'm suggesting.
In your district, are there any particular resources for people, like to get information?
Well, you go to herbwesson.com. You can go to the various websites of the other council members from the city of Los Angeles. I'm proud that my colleagues have really worked hard to try to make sure accurate information is out so that individuals can get it, read it, and then know how to take care of themselves and their families.
What are you hearing from business owners?
It is, you're looking at more than 50% of the people in this city out of work. Business owners are struggling and creatively doing anything and everything that they can to keep afloat. So there is a big need for assistance to businesses, primarily small businesses, and there's just not enough resources. That's one of the responsibilities, in my opinion, of the federal government. We, on the city level, have put together a renter's assistance program. We've also put together pockets of money to help small businesses, but that's never going to be enough. So the federal government has to really step in. This is a moment where government should rise, not shrink. So I am promoting something similar to back in the 30s, an FDR New Deal, where we can provide a people's bailout, provide good jobs or livable wage jobs with health insurance, provide grants and assistance to mom and pop property owners, landlords, and small businesses. Ensure that individuals that are struggling to pay their rent and stay in their apartments are afforded the opportunity to do that. This is not the time that we want to put more people on the street or close more businesses. We should be doing just the opposite. Government should grow right now. It should not shrink.
Absolutely. If people need that renter's assistance or small business assistance, can they get the information on your website?
Yes, herbwesson.com, and then there are links that will tell you where to go depending on what your need is.
There has been some confusion in terms of the county news conferences or what the county is saying in the city. How closely are the city and the county working together to get the word out?
Well, you know, for years, people have complained about a lack of coordination or maybe even a competition between different levels of government. I believe things like homelessness and things like this virus has brought us together, where for the first time in my political career, we are really, really trying to coordinate, trying to work together, because we've all come to the conclusion that the most important thing that we can do now is to put the people first. So as the more we work together, I think the more efficient we will get. And I'm optimistic that the residents of this region will be proud of the work that we've done.
You mentioned the homeless. There was an outbreak on Skid Row. What's the city doing to, let the homeless know you need to social distance?
Well, prior to this, homelessness was our focus, and we were creatively trying to develop ways to deal with this. So even though now we're in the midst of this virus, the homeless problem has not gone away. So I think there is even a higher sense of urgency. We've converted rec and park centers into shelters. We have acquired or purchased trailers that are being placed in various locations throughout the city of Los Angeles, where we can move people into these trailers. We have continued to fast track the construction of affordable housing and homeless housing. So we've done an awful lot, but there's still so much more to do. There are so many people that are in a position to give. A lot of them we've been able to touch their heart, and we have received a lot of donations.
Well, Councilman, thank you so much for coming in to discuss this very serious issue with us. And that is going to do it for this edition of LA Currents. I'm Anita Bennett. Thank you so much for watching.